The topic, as you see, is an overview of structural changes in the 2018 IBC. The 2018 IBC, for those of you who haven't seen it, looks like this. Came out in September of 2017. Most of you, I suspect, are on 2015 IBC or the 2012 IBC still. These days, as you know, most of the structural provisions of the IBC are by reference to ASCE 7 for structural loads and seismic design, and to the material standards ACI 318, AISC 360, etc. The previous edition of the IBC, dated 2015, adopted ASCE 710, including supplement number 1. 2018 IBC has adopted ASCE 716. This ASCE 716 is quite a different standard from ASCE 710. There are substantive changes in wind design, in seismic design, in snow design, and in other areas of design. Now, the purpose today is not to go through all the ASCE 7 changes. We do a separate seminar on exactly that. I will tell you about, well, in the IBC today, there is reproduction of those parts of ASCE 7 that the building department personnel need for checking of the input, if you like. The load part is reproduced in the IBC, the seismic maps, the wind maps, and so forth, but the doing of the design is in ASCE 7 only. So I will give this seminar to changes in the IBC itself, which will bring up changes in ASCE 7 related to the wind design maps, the seismic design maps, and so forth. But other than that, I will talk about changes in the 2018 IBC itself. ASCE 716, for those of you who haven't seen it, is now in 2 volumes. The provisions and the commentary are separate. This is something I have come to like, actually. When the commentary was at the back of the book, it used to be very difficult to keep a provision open and its commentary open at the same time. That problem has disappeared with this 2-volume arrangement. Also, the title of the standard has changed for the first time, probably ever. What used to be minimum design loads for buildings and other structures is now minimum design loads and associated criteria for buildings and other structures. The change in title has been made because we have seismic design in ASCE 7. When it comes to seismic loads, the seismic design forces we depend upon the seismic design itself. The stiffer, the stronger the structure we design, the more the seismic design forces it would attract to itself, and those higher forces are what we should be designing for. So because of this interdependence of the design forces and the design itself, the ASCE 7, which is a loading standard, also includes seismic design provisions. Those are, strictly speaking, not loads, obviously. So this is why these associated criteria have been added after all these years to the title of ASCE 7. Now, ASCE 7 is not the only standard that has been updated from the 2015 to the 2018 IBC. Whenever a new edition of the IBC comes out, the updating of the major standards is something important that happens, and that's what causes most of the changes in the structural provisions. It is because the code changes because the standards, the reference standards change.